Previously on Dungeon Masters. Time moves strangely in Sithicus. The very earth beneath you is being ripped apart and falling into itself, disturbed as Soth's reverie is disturbed.
Our wife will come back. The question is not whether she will or will not. The question is how and why.
You feel no cold, no hunger, no warmth, just the numbness that comes with undeath. As you rise, you are reborn vampire. And a good evening to you, Lividity.
Hello.
Have you brought me that which I seek?
Who am I looking at?
The brave knight Caradoc.
I'm a bit of a crossroads, as it were.
With whether you're going to leave them or not?
Yes. Against my better judgment, would you propose perhaps a deal?
Let's try and find a way out of here.
I was always afraid that Crem would abandon me, and now I'm sure that he would have.
Time is of essence. I suggest you hurry up, and just for clarity, so you understand exactly my position, my wife is dead.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Crem, pronouncing your wife dead. You walk towards the gangplank, and much to your surprise, this origami boat does hold your weight, but at this point you've known that even in paper form, Inza spells do tend to be quite effective.
Lividity follows Crem up onto the boat and kind of looks down at the three of you left on shore and just goes, I just walk on the boat.
Get up the boat.
I roll my eyes, think of following Crem, think better of it, and go to the other side of the boat.
I cast level 1 couples counseling.
Yeah, exactly. And I stand in the middle at this point. It's tense. It's tense.
I get on and I go towards Nora.
Is there an anchor that I have to pull up?
Oh, paper
There
anchor.
is a little paper anchor.
Start.
You see the thin paper sails kind of crumpled billow as they catch an arcane gust of wind. Mm-hmm. You break the surface of this glass-like glacier lake and kind of cut cleanly through it. Everyone give me a intelligence check.
4 + 1, 5.
5.
7.
6.
6. 5.
We're all stupid.
Amazing
In this
roll.
moment.
We're stupid.
With my keen mind, I can turn a proficiency into an expertise, which I believe is my bonus for intelligence plus.
Yeah.
Again,
as well.
yeah, so you
So it's
double
like-
the proficiency.
Yeah, we can
6.
definitely add your proficiency bonus to this because this is kind of your bag, your
bag,
field
my
of study.
yeah.
No pressure, it is all riding on you. No one rolled above a 10.
Sure. In which case, I'm going to guide the shit out of myself.
Yeah. Fair.
Thank you very much. Okay, so that is a, can't see that.
15 plus 4.
That's 19 plus 6, which is therefore 25.
Nice.
25.
Thank God.
Will you do me a favor and give me a roll of 3d4?
Okay. 3,
3,
Yeah.
4, 2, so that's 9.
9. As Crem casts a careful eye over the paper structure of the boat, you piece together that you have about 9 turns before the boat turns to mush and leaves you all in the water. Roll for initiative.
Oh.
This is like when the thing goes to turn-based mode.
I love you, Dad.
8.
10.
Wah, wah.
Oh no.
4.
Anything above a 17.
She rolled a 19.
I got a 19.
I'm just about to roll. And I got a plus 3, that's 6
Okay,
total.
so not above a 17.
Not above 17.
As you cut your way through the calm surface of the water, it begins to vibrate with thin concentric circles as you hear the song of a banshee. To some of you, it might bring comfort, as consolation often seeks to sing to her audience of forgiveness and redemption. With your expertise in handling vehicles, Crem, as you're taking control of the vessel, heading towards the origin of these concentric rings, the night is pierced by howling sounds. Lividity, your eye notices them first. You realize the steam coming off the water, which you can only surmise is impossibly hot, now rises in the massive gaping stretched maws of mist horrors. The first one grabs the side of the boat and attempts to begin to drag it into the lake.
We have problems.
Yeah.
And I'm up in the crow's nest, so I'm screaming down to you all.
Zora, you're up first.
How many are there?
You don't know. To be clear, as long as these horrors are in the mist, they're invisible to everyone except Lividity, who has an artifact that allows them to see them.
Great. I'm gonna light them up with dancing lights.
Just make light around the boat, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I feel like they wouldn't like light.
You've known that to be true in the past.
Yeah. And then I think I would like to cloud of daggers at level 2
Okay.
in the direction of the tentacled monster. It's a concentration up to a minute.
It's like a little defensive
It's
barrier.
like a tornado of daggers. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think anyone that walks through it
Yeah,
is
they get hurt.
gonna take damage.
It has a range of 60 feet. Let's use just like a little token for
For the
like, here.
daggers, yeah.
Why don't you pre-roll me 4d4 slashing damage?
1, 4, 2, 2. 1, 4, 2, 2.
9. You can't see if your spell is effective, but you do hear a almost reacting to the casting of your spell. You then see a suckered, clawed hand reach up out of the mists and through your cloud of daggers, where you do see the mist kind of fly off as it barely reacts to it and grabs on to this part of the prow. It is then going to beckon at you, seeing you clearly from where it's at, and you see its large, pale, yellow, lantern-like eyes as it casts command.
Oh, that's not good.
And tells you to let go. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And it's obviously gonna be on that 20. Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
nat 20.
Wow, that's
Did you
wild.
seriously call it?
Yeah.
That's wild. That's Deborah Wild.
Nat 20s by Deborah Wild.
Seeing that spells won't work, it instead slithers across the top of the deck. Now you can all see it as it no longer has the cover of mist, and it moves towards Eloin. From the stern of the ship, the three of you hear, coming out of the mist, as another mist creature comes up out of the steam and gloom of the night.
Oh,
Do you mind?
dang.
Liv,
Okay.
you can
I'm
see
in the
this.
I'm in the mast,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So only
okay.
2 of you are in melee range. It's going to actually be positioned between the 2 of you. It floats down and makes 2 attacks. On you, Crem, this is going to be a 19.
Oof.
On you, this is going to be a 9.
Okay, that's a miss.
Big mine hits.
You take 7 psychic damage as you see one of its like suckered clawed hands kind of like lean over where Crem is piloting and whisper dark thoughts into his ear.
Oh no. No.
Liv, you're up.
Lividity, I'll go ahead and make, you allow me to make an acrobatics check to jump out and land on the mist creature, doing an attack once I land on it.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll to hit. Falling is a free action.
Falling is a free action. The short sword +1. It's dark. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 13 to hit.
A 13 is a hit.
Heck
All
yeah.
right. 13 hits. That's going
beautiful.
to be. That is 1d6 + 6. Okay, it's got to roll in the thing. 10 points of magical damage.
Magical damage.
Yes,
This is the magic sword.
because it's a magic sword. And then, as part of the action, because I have weapon mastery in short swords, which gives me the ability to do Vex, which allows me to have advantage on the second strike on a turn, but the weapon mastery with daggers that I have allows me to make a dagger attack as part of the initial attack action.
Fantastic.
Roll this with advantage.
Knives everywhere.
This is the dagger of
So-
venom.
Liv is sharp.
Dagger of venom.
That's going to be 16 + 9 to a hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah, and then I will do
Absolutely.
1d4 That's going to be 8 points of magical piercing damage.
Magical piercing damage.
And then because I have advantage, that allows me to do sneak attack.
Yes!
So I will then roll the sneak attack on top of that.
My gosh.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of additional damage.
Wow, that's a big hit, dude.
As you can see the true forms of these creatures, Lividity, you are a tornado of malice. Your deft blade finds every nook and every crevice that could be discerned as a weakness in this creature as you begin to take it apart piece by piece.
Oh, it's so nice to have something I can stab. I technically still have my bonus action, because the dagger attack is part of the attack action.
Right.
So I will use my bonus action. I will disengage and jump off its back and use my movement to get to the ballista on the back of it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh.
You are out of melee range. Crem, you would realize, looking at how the boat is sort of taking on water, as you know that the mist creatures you can see are the only ones that you have to contend with, you can piece together that you have a little bit under a minute
Okay.
to either obtain your quarry or get ready to take a plunge.
Yep.
Eloin, you're up.
I see Nora climb up climb up towards the crow's nest. So I'm going to hop over the boat, spider climb on the side, hop back up, hunter's mark it, and then take 2 shots with my magical bow.
+1.
That gives me a +1. So that's
Okay,
a plus
roll
10
to
to
hit.
roll. So that's a 23, that hits, right?
Yes, that's a hit.
And an 18, that hits, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be 3, 6, 2 is 8, plus 5 is 13 points of damage, and it is slowed for,
Nice.
by 10 feet. And then D8 and a D6 for the second one. 5 plus 3 plus 4 is 12 points of damage on that second one.
Nice.
And I will yell to Nora, Nora, the Banshees, release them so they can call their sister. And that'll be my turn.
Crem, you're up.
So shouting is a free action if it's not a conversation.
Yeah.
He's basically sort of like grasping even tighter onto the sides of this enormous wheel. His legs are basically like sort of in like a sumo position almost like.
Steadying yourself
Steadying
through points of
myself,
contact
yeah.
with the bow.
His sort of muscles like really tensing every part of him, his mustache is standing there. He screams out, he screams out, "We don't have much time. The ship is gonna be rather soggy recently. Brace yourselves, just for vacation. Starboard is right, port is left." And then what he's gonna do, do I see like land or something to aim for, or is it just water?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You can add your proficiency since you are adept at vehicle handling, and this is like what I would consider to be navigation. We can also say that, Liv, if you so wish, since you were in the crow's nest, I would allow you to provide the help
Yeah,
action.
so get advantage on that.
A great advantage. So this is advantage plus 2. 2.
Oh,
And that's
18.
18 for a that's 22.
You see what appears to you to be like a reflection of the moon until you look up in the sky and realize the moon is not there, hovering almost in the middle of what was this placid lake.
So I don't know if you'll let me do this or not, but I'd like to. I actually do sail in real life. So I'd like to tack the. No, I'm only saying that because this is like a real thing. I realize how that sounds.
Careful, I bite in
Careful,
real
I
life
bite.
For
too.
me, this is Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. So what I would like to do, there's a thing called a spinnaker. No, this is going to
real
save
merit.
you. So a spinnaker is like a speed boost, and it comes out right in front of the ship, and it basically drags you forward a lot faster. So I want to see if there is a spinnaker on the ship that I can just like sort of release, and then use that to hard tack into the direction of what I see.
We want to power slide the boat.
Power slide them. I want to Tokyo drift the
Akira
boat.
slide the boat.
Give
Yeah.
me a very important, since by your own,
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous, give me a very important sleight of hand check.
Cool. So I have +3. Yeah. I think that's it, isn't it, as well?
You can add your proficiency, like I said, because you have vehicle handling.
So that's +6 then. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go. So power sliding the boat.
Power slide the boat.
17 plus 6 for 23.
That
Yeah.
was a journey.
As you unleash the spinnaker and the boat gets kind of whipped up by the force of it, going forward even faster with this new burst of speed towards this mote of light, this moon that's kind of suspended over the lake. All of you are slammed against the side of the paper railings as you feel the sheer momentum of it jolt the boat and then send the mist creatures flying back into the fog. Everything is quiet for a moment, but you do hear them moving behind you.
I think we should keep moving.
Contessa!
Her head kind of pops up out of the top of Zora's dress as she looks at you kind of eagerly.
Can you help us find your sister, speak to her, call to her?
I suppose I could try to call to her.
At the same time, Levitti says, can you point me in the direction of your sister?
What do you intend to do with her?
Oh my god. The thing you asked us to do. Reunite the three of you.
As you say this, she says, what if I were not reunited you with your three?
What are you proposing?
If I cannot choose my shackles, and you are a more kind overlord than the one they seek to return us to, perhaps we can come to an accord.
That's an interesting proposition that I could get behind.
Would you be kind to them?
Absolutely.
Would you let us travel abroad from time to time?
Absolutely.
Give us our freedoms?
Yes.
Are you telling the truth?
Yes. By those specific words.
Deal.
Deal.
She leaves your eye, painful when she does so. Ooh. And drifts out above all of your heads, kind of this pale green streak, making straight for that little moon that is suspended over the water.
That way.
Levitti, since you're at the trigger, as it were, can you woman that ballista?
What?
I was trying to be sensitive. You mean man the ballista?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, it's fine. I'll do it.
You hear the mist creatures kind of like trying to keep up with you. You're pointing them out as they come. You do have less than a minute here, so...
Does that mean this ship is sinking down?
It's starting to come apart. You glide forward. The mist creatures are kind of being left in that steam behind you. You have that burst of speed from the spinnaker, and you make it to the center of the lake that is eerily still. And you just hear the back and forth, like, humming and almost moaning of these two orbs in front of you as you realize now that it is not a moon, but a pale blue sphere. This one wears a veil that kind of drips at the edges and has red, which you can only surmise are sort of tear streaks that come down its cheeks, and large, heavily eyelinered eyes. Her song has now stopped and the ripples across the lake have stopped.
Your sisters are waiting for you, Contessa.
Contessa looks at you. Can we go to them?
Together?
I can't leave you, bound together as we are.
Contessa, I do not want to take away your freedom. And honestly, I think you'd be better off without me.
Thought we were going to travel the world together.
And you would travel the world with me, as I am now?
Well, yes. What's changed about you? You still have the same kind eyes and the same gentle voice.
This is a choice for you to make. I cannot make this choice for you.
She looks across the water at her sisters and then back at you and says, I don't want you to be alone the way Consolation is, or was.
She won't be.
You see her little cat mouth kind of like scrunch up. You can't even get her name right.
Oh.
She chose a new one, and you still call her by her old one. Do you love her, or do you just want dominion over her?
You don't know what you're talking about.
I won't let you have her, little man. Your life is your own, Zora. And you can call yourself by whatever name you wish. I know what it is to be someone's possession. I hope more for you than that. Let us part with love between us, and not anger.
What of Lavender?
If you find a way forward, I will try to convince my sisters to aid you. We know what it's like to live in the keep. We'll do what we can.
I can promise you this. I will make sure you and your sisters are never imprisoned in that keep again.
Do you take off the manacles?
Yeah.
Contessa gives you a little kiss on the cheek and floats to join her sisters.
Aww.
I miss her.
Aww.
Before you all, the three banshees kind of bobble and whir around each other, showing each other affection. The eldest of the three, Consolation, finally comes to you. Her veil kind of gently glittering in the wind as your boat is rapidly turning to mush underneath you.
Yeah.
Very aware, just looking at just...
Yep.
You've rescued my sisters, so I suppose we can handle this like civilized people. Meet us on the bank, and we'll discuss whatever path forward you have devised for us.
Appreciate it.
The ship is going down.
Yeah. So Crem sort of calls out,
Everyone, the ship is falling apart. We know this. I'm going to do something a little extreme. I need all of you to get on the masts.
and hold tight. I'm actually going to try and catch your eye as you sort of scuttle up and go, not that I believe in such things, but maybe you wouldn't mind sparing a prayer.
I touch you and I cure wounds from the injury that you took.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, everyone. Good luck. So I'm just going to spin the wheel and do a 180.
I will pray.
There is a danger of capsizing.
Yeah.
Water's definitely going to come in.
Yeah.
But we might be able to turn quick enough and get back fast enough.
Give me a vehicle handling check
Okay.
to see. This is going to determine how close you get to the shore.
Yeah.
And then everyone give me a dexterity saving throw to determine if you can hold on to the boat. Because even with the warning, this is such a...
Extreme
Yeah,
maneuver.
this is, yeah.
You could rip it
This is
apart.
so much movement that, yeah, exactly. The boat might rip apart.
So this is +6. For
Okay.
my efficiency and this. That is a 12 + 6 for an 18.
18. The maneuver works.
Oh, we're doing. Oh, that was terrible.
The boat turns around 180. This sort of magical wind that's filling your sails kind of continues to propel you forward. And with a crash, the boat rips in half, but still both pieces, almost driven by momentum, continue to drift towards the shore.
Oof, okay.
12.
12.
Can I give myself guidance in this moment?
You have a warning, so
Okay,
I
cool.
suppose you could.
All right. That is a 15 + 4 + 1, so a dirty 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20, yeah.
I got a 6.
A 6.
But I got a natural 1.
A natural 1. As the ship breaks in half, you see their mast kind of flop over into the water, and you see Eloin and Zora slip underneath the surface.
As I see the two of you, I look to you, because I know that you can't breathe underwater. You, I think, can. I try to toss the hat to you so that you can breathe underwater.
Yeah, the two halves of this boat are pretty far. I'm gonna say you need to roll to hit a ranged attack.
Oh my-
It's like you're both moving towards the same destination, but you're getting further as time goes on.
Yeah. I'm going to give myself guidance because I want to succeed. What's your AC?
16?
Okay. Yes! Nat 20. Awesome!
You see the hat go flipping through the air and land perfectly where you can pluck it just as you go under, just as the hot water takes you. Your half of the boat continues to careen forward with the three of you on it. The other one, kind of flopped on the side, continues to sink down. You don't see them again. You don't see them come up for air as your boat, kind of turning into pulp, manages to hold you aloft long enough to make it to the shore.
Like a certain pirate in a certain film, sort
Yes.
of step onto the, and just as it sinks, step onto the beach and be,
Yes.
Well, that worked out fine.
The three banshees await your arrival as they kind of effortlessly glided over.
Ladies, I don't know how you do in water, but we seem to be missing some of our companions. Could you find them?
We can help you help them.
Great.
This crater, it whispers to the abyss, but those of us who linger in between, we can pass back and forth.
That would be appreciated.
Warded by a light, you might be able to navigate the dark depths. They will have taken them.
Who's they?
Oh.
The creatures in the deep.
Lividity has a thought, walks over to the water and just sort of like puts their hand in it. It feels like water.
It does, but it feels hot. Impossibly hot.
She took your hat. You threw your hat. We have one hat.
Well, I naturally have a backup plan for that, but unfortunately it can only apply to me.
2 hats.
2 hats. Like, how hot are we talking about?
Like,
How hot we talking?
How are we talking? Scalding shower?
yeah,
Lava?
scalding shower.
Okay, ooh.
But not hot enough that it's going to burn you or kill you or anything.
Okay, I put on the hat you gave me and I,
Over your shoulder, consolation kind of bobbles. I will escort you.
thank you.
So whilst that's happening, I'm fiddling with my wrist dial, and I press a button, and this sort of a weird energy sort of sprouts across my entire body. And you see before you, he sort of opens up his collar, and out from his sides of his throat gills appear.
Amazing.
This is called Alter Self.
Amazing.
Alter Self gives me aquatic adaptation, sprouts gills, and grows webs between my fingers. I can breathe underwater and gain the swim speed equal to my speed.
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
Is there any skill you don't have?
Over your shoulder, Contessa appears and says, "We have to get her back.
Oh yes, well, we'll have to get them both back. But any assistance?
No, we
would
have to
be-
get her back."
Oh yes, any assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated.
Of course, you're small and weak and simple-minded, but perhaps I can lend my strength to yours and we can get her back.
I say we just give the banshees to Soth. Just give them to Soth, all of them.
He's fine with the short and the weak, but when she says I'm stupid, mustache ruffles independently of my face.
Yeah.
He goes, well, be that as it may, well, in which case, lead on. Solus, you might want to strap in
Yeah, fold inside the jacket.
to sort of nestle in
Inner
somewhere.
pocket.
And to you, Confession merely says, "We can hold court here.
Yeah, that seems like the appropriate maneuver.
We'll make sure it's safe for you to come back." Underneath the surface of the water, the two of you are sort of almost rapidly pulled down by hands unseen. And as you are, you realize the bottom of this lake is steaming and dark, almost like a glittering meteorite. The heat from it rises in bubbles and rivulets, creating beautiful patterns in the water. But also you hear around you, you see hands in the water, kind of formed in the shapes of wakes, toying with your hair and touching your face as you fall, and they pull you down.
Well, I would like to cast Summon Beast. I reach into my wares, I pull a pouch out, I let it float in the water. I use the verbal component of my spell to summon a water beast, a small hammerhead shark. I grab onto Nora, and I grab onto the fin, and I command the shark to move as fast as it can away from these hands towards the shore.
Okay, give me the shark's strength saving throw.
It says +4.
+4, perfect.
That's a 19.
19. As the both of you hold on, the shark kind of deftly moves in between these hands, almost as though they threaten to pull it down into this gravity well that is at the bottom of this lake. But your shark begins to pull you towards the shore. Crem, Wesley, you dive into the water. Each of you give me a wisdom saving throw as you begin to make your way into the crystal clear depths.
Can we use guidance on this, trying to help ourselves see the way through?
Yeah.
Great.
Cool,
thank you.
great. +7 with my cloak. 11 to unnatural 20 because of the cloak. Yeah.
Cool. And this is with guidance. I also get advantage because my gnomish cunning. That's a 1 plus a 10. Oh god, that's awful. I get 10 because I got -1 to my wisdom.
Okay. Crem, you see Lavendria.
Immediately go towards him.
What?
As fast as I possibly can.
I think I chase after him.
Okay.
This is going great.
Everything's so calm up here.
So I have an umbrella and a lounge chair.
And a cocktail.
This is great. It's not bad actually when you really just have some time to sit and think
With yourself.
with yourself and a banshee.
Living vacation vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me another strength save for the shark to see if it continues to move towards the
7.
7. You watch with a heavy heart as your hammerhead shark kind of pulling through these hands that are trying to grab you, getting you halfway to shore, so close you can almost see it, as it is suddenly pulled back, leaving you and Zora standing there almost confused, alone, as you see the hands begin to come back up, trying to grab you and pull you down towards this strange, iridescent, glittering meteor. Lividity.
Yes.
It occurs to you that perhaps your comrades have fallen in the lake. Until, like lightning bolts from the sky, you see 4 gentle splashes as 4 dark, winged creatures break the surface of the glass lake.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that was them.
And then, with gentle, winged, clawed hands, bearing silver talismans not unlike your own, just as the darkness is about to take you, you all emerge, coughing, sputtering, burning, eyes red.
Oof.
You emerge on the shore and you realize your hands are wrinkled as though you've been there for an impossibly long time, a time that surely would have killed you. And your recollection of being in the lake is at best hazy and at worst a distant nightmare that you choose not to remember.
Oh, welcome back, everyone.
I'm going to turn and look back to these figures, these winged figures.
They're standing sort of near all of you who are now together on the shore.
Hello.
Sort of holding counsel amongst each other.
And you are?
They don't address you.
These two are okay.
Yeah, everybody is, yeah.
Okay, I sort of nod to both of them, and then sort of look back to these figures, and my hand goes to where Solus is, and sort of I bring him out, check on him.
It occurs to you that perhaps Solus called in for backup.
Yes, and as I do so, I sort of just want to give him a little wink, and then I turn back to the four.
Well, how are you all doing?
I've been better.
Believe that Solus is the person you wish to thank.
All the banshees are back. Good. And we have 4 new friends.
Much like Levidity, you don't believe they view friendship the same way as you do, as they're kind of standing apart from all of you, kind of like conferring with one another.
I'm going to sort of go, if I may, I'm sort of going to shuffle forward, sort of wring out the water from my ears and go, excuse me, I believe we all owe you all a thanks, but I also believe there's probably a moment where I have to pay that back.
At this, you see the winged creature wrapped in beautiful crimson fabric. You see its wings come forward and give a little shake, and when they do, in a burst of feathers, they are gone, and instead stands there a woman with raven-colored hair, kind of half pulled back and braided with crimson ribbons. She's a half-elf with dark skin and piercing black eyes. What did you say to her again? Sorry.
So I believe we have you to thank, but also that I may need to pay you back.
We don't require penance. Our services are free. We are the keepers of the feather.
This chill goes down my spine.
Who summoned you?
We came to help one of our own. One of our kind.
I think you're mistaken. There's none of your kind here.
No, I believe you might be mistaken. There is one definitely of our kind here.
I may not have been as
What
Soth.
name do you go by?
My name is Crem.
It is good to meet you, Crem.
It is good to meet you.
Crem, what is she talking about?
I ignore her.
Perhaps then you should probably tell me a bit about yourself.
She smiles. Long have people believed that raven wings bring portents of disaster, but we don't foretell it. We just try to prevent it before it happens and help when it does. We protect the innocent, and we fight evil. And there is a lot of evil here.
Consider me your, for want of a better word, servant.
We don our true forms only when it is safe to do so. But we threw caution to the wind to save the newest of our members today.
He does a very low bow.
Welcome to the flock. And you see the 4 of them turn into ravens and fly through the mists, untouched and unmarred by them.
Is someone going to tell us what's going on?
This place does indeed change you. Just know that everything I will do will only be for the betterment of the group to find Lavender. I pose you no threat, but really, I feel we need to press on. Lavender must be very scared.
You do wish to join them in a sense, but also realize that you're not ready, as they can move back and forth through these forms at will. And such a power is still out of your grasp.
Speaking of out of my grasp, my hand just goes to linger on this very experimental bottle of Moonglow.
Consolation kind of like draws her power into herself and then imbues each of you with a modicum of her power, kind of growing small again. As she does, you all gain an ability score improvement.
Hey!
Does that mean leveling up?
No.
No, don't push it like that. Just an ability score improvement.
does that
Just
mean?
one?
She's genuinely asking.
Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma by 1.
Oh, that's quite nice of you. Can I choose which one it is?
Yes.
What do we do now? Do we get back to Lavender? What?
Well, as far as you two have let me know, Lavender is being held by Lord Soth, which we specifically don't want to take you three to, correct?
Consolation comes forward and says, I will go.
Yes.
If he will accept me and leave my sisters in peace, I will go. And you hear both of the other banshees exclaim, at least they'll have each other. All of this was my fault.
What do you mean?
It was I that hatched the plan for us to escape, and I'm willing to console that beast if it means that they don't have to be alone anymore.
I don't think that's our only option.
We don't want anyone going back to his prison. You three are very powerful. Why can't we fight this Lord Soth? We are now a bigger party.
If we could have fought Lord Soth, we would have killed him or destroyed him when we had the chance.
But you are free now.
You can sing to him, and we can attack. You're his salve, yes?
Yes.
Lull him into a stupor, and we will take him out.
What happens when the Dark Lord falls? Will this place not fall into flame, and will we not all die with it? Or be unmade with it?
What if somebody were to take his place?
So here's my thought. If the three of you are able to get into my eye, then we can go back to Soth, get an audience to speak, and then the three of you can surprise him and put him into a stupor. And then from there, if you want to save your daughter, by all means, and we can either keep him asleep just long enough for us to escape, or whatever we want to do. It does not matter to me how we deal with this situation by force.
Said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Let's kill that son of a bitch.
There we go. I know the direction to Soth's domain.
Do you take the carriage?
Yes, I'll take the carriage. I'll roll an animal handling check again.
Can I give you guidance?
Sure. That is 22.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, we're killing Lord Soth. Agreed?
Agreed. Confession, she flies into your artifact eye. Consolation, she also
That's painful.
finally, Contessa, successfully steering these spectral horses carry you straight to Nedragard Keep. As the landscape of Sithicus zips by your window, you see that the ethereal flames have engulfed the sort of quiet ruins that you had passed before. The great chasm has grown in size, now threatening to rip the continent of Sithicus in half.
Jasmine, can I be still tinkering and trying to make a bundle of dynamite from various bits and things I have on my pouch?
What we can do is we can kind of mess around with the rules for an experimental elixir here. Typically this is for the alchemist subclass, but you know something of this, so it'll just be more difficult for you.
Okay.
When you use this, it will consume a spell slot.
Would that be level 2 or level 1?
How strong do you want it to be?
As strong as possible. This is a Hail Mary.
This will be a level 2. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
So this is a +7. I'm going to give myself guidance. Right. 7. That's 11 plus 8. That's 19.
There are many items in the DMG that do double damage to structures. I'm going to say that this is one of them.
Yeah.
No.
So it will do 3d6 force damage to an enemy, but it will do 6d6 force damage to a structure.
Do we get the benefits of a long rest?
Would you like to attempt to rest?
I think so.
Yes.
Everyone give me a Constitution saving throw.
Maybe use guidance.
Yes.
Thank you.
I've got all my spell slots and all my hit points. I think I'm gonna
I'm driving. I'm going to say I'm not doing it.
You just need to beat a DC 10.
Okay. I get a 17 plus a 3, 20, dirty 20.
Oh wow.
Dirty 20.
I gave myself guidance. Nat 20.
Nice.
Amazing.
16.
Absolutely. You drive through the night, Lividity, and your carriage creaks to a halt in front of Nedragard Keep.
We're here.
The keep sits before you, covered in jagged black thorns. The portcullis once again yawns open like a maw, welcoming you in to a realm in which Soth reigns supreme, truly. Confession says, the thing about Dark Lords is they often don't know they're Dark Lords. She looks kind of through your eyes at the open gate, and she says, perhaps this is his way of exhibiting his knightlyhood in an honorable battle that he has foreseen for some time.
We were not welcome here the first time, and I think it will be even more disastrous for us the second. I think you should take the lead, and we should probably hide.
Great. Well, don't be seen.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start walking through to the gates.
I was hoping to find a way in besides the front door, but it doesn't seem
Well,
possible.
we do happen to have the acquaintance of a very nimble and rather sneaky, for want of a better word, person. Maybe we should ask her.
Lividity, do you know of any other way in?
You see Lividity close an eye.
It says, look, I don't know exactly which the other ways are, and I don't know if Soth can hear me right now, so Soth is looking through my right eye.
He can see
He can see,
us.
well, not right now.
Right.
As I've closed it.
Have you been closing your eye the whole time?
Off and on.
So he knows that we're here right now, currently, in this moment.
Of course.
Right, sure. So there's no point in sneaking in.
And in fact, as you're having this conversation, you hear the sounds of dozens of armor-clad feet marching.
Cool.
In perfect unison. They emerge from the gatehouse and line up on either side of the approach, a host of Death Knights, donned in head-to-toe ebon armor with intricately carved black roses on their chest plates. Their armor clinks coldly in this growing miasma around you, and all at once there's a loud crash as they touch their spears in a perfect arch over your head.
Lividity nods their head and starts walking through.
Cool. I do the same.
Hurriedly walking through.
Good evening, good evening.
To the knights?
Hello.
As you approach those fated steps, past that fountain and garden that you walked through before,
And then I chuckle when I remember that he fell into it.
Be very fortunate for you if I was to meet my demise here, wouldn't it?
Now, I have made peace with whatever this is. I think it's time, my friend, that maybe you do the same.
I say in Gnomish to you. I know it isn't possible now, but I had hoped we'd be friends.
I say back in Gnomish, your accent is terrible, but I appreciate the attempt.
Who is this diva?
how Crem got his groove back.
Diabolical.
On your shoulder, Solus ruffles nervously, remembering his own captivity just above the ceiling. The stairs are right there. You know where they go. You've been up them before. Last time, disguised as Soth's bride.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace at this point.
You could do Pass Without a Trace. You two stay together, stealth along the
I think
side.
that might be safer.
Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
It
Yes,
might be
ma'am.
more straightforward.
So which party takes, just put
I
your
think
minis
we're-
along the staircase?
Yeah, I
from
think
here,
we're all
so you-
going up.
We're all going
Yeah.
up.
And they're gonna,
And there are 2 ways in, right?
Yes, there are 2 staircases.
up the stairs I go.
Soth stirs from his revelry, his face melted by dragon fire, kind of half fused to his hand where he rests it all the time, coming apart with a soft sucking sound. And then you see Lavindria. She is suspended over some type of liquid, sort of in a chamber right above. What you can only surmise is a liquid compost that then goes to feed his garden.
She's about to be made into compost.
Yeah,
She's lowered into
that's
it.
gonna feed the garden.
Soth looks up at you and then puts on his helmet.
My lord Soth.
Little worm, have you brought me my quarry or have you brought me a challenge?
You know I have them.
Do you offer them to me as gifts? Or have you come to do honorable combat? Perhaps the first honorable thing you've done in your life.
No one likes me here. And in my head I say, now is probably the time for whatever you're going to do.
Roll for initiative.
Yay!
Oh, balls.
7.
7.
Hey, it's pretty good for rolling a 2.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got a 14.
The artist formerly known as Zora.
Yes.
15.
I got a, was that?
17.
17 plus 3. Dirty 20 for me.
Straight up 10.
Lividity. A light emerges from your eye. It is the third Banshee constellation she draws into her full power, no longer a suspended lava lamp-like amorphous ectoplasm, but instead her veil lengthens and lengthens until she's a beautiful elvish maiden, a bride, but garbed in mourning gear. You can still see the dead flowers around the crown of her head. Her bridal veil has instead been flipped over to the front to become a veil of mourning. And her beautiful wedding dress almost stained black with tears that are leaving streaks coming down her face as she begins her song.
Wow, that rocks.
As her song begins to take hold over Soth, amplified by the magic qualities of this place, the sacred geometry with which it is constructed. The three sconces set in the alcoves along the wall almost hum like musical glasses that are kind of engineered to conduct sound waves. The glass of them almost threatens to break, but the sound does not harm any of you. In fact, it bolsters you. Realizing that her song is beginning to take hold, Soth dons his face of death.
Oh.
She was successful with her song. He will be stunned in 2 rounds.
In 2 rounds?
Okay.
If you can keep her alive.
Okay. Done. Locked in.
As he lifts up his visor, you see the face melted with dragon fire and his eyes glow with the last flames he saw before his eyes melted. Everyone within 60 feet of him, make a charisma saving throw. You need to beat a 19.
Even if he can't see us?
Even if he can't see you.
It's a vibe.
Okay, cool. It's a vibe.
And it just says 60-foot emanation. It doesn't say he has to see you. Natural 20!
Yeah! I do have really high charisma, guys.
Ooh, full damage, dang.
So I get Gnomish Cunning, which gives me advantage on charisma saving rolls.
Beautiful.
It's 8 and a 5.
That was rough.
That was rough.
I believe that's a failure,
Yeah.
resounding success,
21.
success,
14.
failure.
Failure.
The 3 of you take 17 points of psychic damage,
Why is everything psychic?
and you gain the frightened condition.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You take half, you take none because of that natural 20.
So 8 points for me, half of 17, 8 round up.
Yes.
Okay.
Not great start, but that's okay.
His full attention is focused on you currently,
Yeah.
Lividity. But he hears Lavender stir in her prison, and he casts on her Hold Person.
Oh, no.
Crem, you're up.
I feel like he just goes. It's just like
Nervous fart?
Nervous fart. I'd like to do the hide action
Oh, nice.
Okay.
and then make my way as stealthily as I can towards Lavender.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, and then you can just count out the movement.
So disadvantage, because I have +6 to my stealth.
Okay.
Okay, so +6, and that's the
Big money,
defiance.
big money, big money.
10. I'm just sort of moving towards the pit, basically.
Perfect.
My bonus action will be to secure the dynamite on my belt
Okay.
so that it won't cost me an action to get it out. And as I'm sort of creeping along, I'm then also finding the loop of the dynamite and just going click, 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 and just estimating click. I want to delay it 6 seconds. So if I throw it, it'll land. The next round, it'll go off.
You ready your dynamite, and that is your whole
That's
turn.
my whole turn.
At the end of your turn, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good. Disadvantage. Now with a -1, that's 9.
You hear Soth's voice as he sees what you're doing, and he says, grovel. And you, despite yourself, fall to your knees and begin groveling.
Is that a concentration spell?
It is.
So hold person drops.
It does.
Ooh.
Oh.
And as the whole person drops, Lavendria from down in the chasm, hearing the telltale sounds of,
Oh.
you hear,
Dad, is that you?
Yes. I'm here to rescue you.
I know you'd comfort me.
I'll never leave you, my little Lavender.
she gives you an inspiration.
Ooh.
A bardic inspiration.
Oh,
so this is
Ah, she's bard, yeah. All right, so this will be the bardic one. Cool.
Yeah, and that's an extra D6.
D6.
Mm-hmm. You can add it to damage or an attack roll.
Nice.
Contessa emerges from your eye. You see her in her full battle regalia. She wears chainmail skirts with like metal plating over them, a breastplate, and a helm with a crown over the top. In her hand, she carries not a weapon, but a big scepter. For those of you who've seen one before, you recognize a battle mage. She begins her ballad of war, granting one of her chosen advantage on their next attack roll.
Cool.
Eloin, you're up.
My heart is racing. I swing the oath bow around. My heart settles, icily chill. I run out. 5, 10, 15, 20. I stop. I cast Hunter's Mark, which crowns him with Nora's crown. Boom.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Crown of Thorns?
The Crown of Thorns. That's been my Hunter's Mark from the beginning. Now we know it's Nora's Hunter's Mark. Boom. I then notch an arrow and I whisper swift defeat to my enemies, making Soth my sworn enemy. And I, for flavor, notch 2 arrows and shoot.
Amazing.
So I have advantage on this strike.
Okay.
Okay, 12 plus 9 is 21.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's the first one. Okay, 22.
That's a hit.
I have 4d6. 1 from the Hunter's Mark, 3 from the Oath Bow. I have 2 d8s from the attack, from the 2 attacks. And a d4 for cold damage.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Rangers, man.
Rangers, man.
The oath bow is pretty good.
This is called 6 plus 14 is 20. 27, 28 points of damage. Plus 10, because I didn't add any proficiency, so that's 38 points of
I think Eloin can take this by himself, to be honest.
He is sapped, so he has 10 feet less movement.
Okay.
And then I will use the rest of my movement, which is 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, and climbing down the wall.
So you're 5 feet down.
So I'm 5 feet
5 feet down. At the end of your turn, Soth moves half his movement speed, which in this case is 10 feet. It's enough to get to you, Lividity.
Balls.
And he says,
We love you.
I should have known better than to expect you to fight honorably.
I haven't done anything.
that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
He touches you on the forehead with one decrepit, gauntleted hand and brands you, almost in cruel mockery of the brands you wear on your back. 11 slashing damage as he carves it into your head, with an additional 16 necrotic damage.
Having the necrotic, because I'm resistant to it.
Fantastic.
So 19 points of damage. So I'm going to use my reaction to uncanny dodge and sort of shrug it off to have all that damage.
Amazing. I think we made Christian round up, so we'll say round up. 10.
10 balls.
Yeah.
My lord, I have not done a thing. I don't know who these people are.
Classic Lividity.
Give me a deception check.
Classic.
Natural 1.
A natural 1?
Dang.
He leans in very close and says,
This time when your eye is taken, you won't be getting it back.
And Lividity, in pain and fear, just whispers,
I don't think it's very honorable to spy out of someone's eye.
ooh. He's gonna keep wailing on you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Zora, you're up.
Can I summon a beast of ill omen? And the beast comes out, but I remain hidden.
Oh, those are your sorcery points. Cool.
I also want to activate my innate sorcery, please. Like a click. Boop, like a boop.
Where do you want to put it?
I'd like to put my beast near him. Yeah, it's the creature of shadow to hound your foes. 3 sorcery points to do it, and it will cause the enemies within 5 feet to have disadvantage on saving throws against spells that I cast. And I'd like to specify that my beast of ill omen is actually Soth's favorite horse that was poisoned by poisoned carrot that was fed to him by Lord Strahd. Strahd.
Was this the origin of their their long feud? Okay. For the purposes of this, it's going to be a miniature pony.
I love a tiny horse. I love a tiny horse.
Then I'm going to use, Firebolt. I haven't used that. Yeah, Firebolt.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay.
Because of Contessa's boon, you have advantage on this.
So roll twice, take the higher.
10 and a 3.
You should have a modifier that you add to that.
A 16.
A 16. It does not hit. Your firebolt goes soaring through the air and kind of fizzles out harmlessly against Soth's massive pauldron. You did some movement. Would you like to use the rest of it?
Sure, I could go behind cover.
Confession emerges here.
Nice.
Oh.
And her song begins to intermingle with her sister's on the other side. Wesley, you're up.
Okay. You've taken damage, correct? And you've taken damage?
A lot.
I'm going to do mass healing word.
I'm effectively bloodied right now. If that.
Okay, everyone within 60 feet does get 2d4 plus 8 health back.
As you go to cast your spells, you realize Confession Song almost amplifies your own prayers up to whatever deity you hold dear. Increase your healing by 1d6.
Yes.
Whoa!
For as long as she is singing.
Nice.
So a d6 in addition to the 2d4 plus 8. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, so 5, 8, 9 plus 8, 17 HP back.
Lovely.
Could I, as an action, try to break the command on Crem? Could I try to like shake him out of it?
You can allow him to re-roll that wisdom save to come out of it.
As, like,
Absolutely.
help action?
Yeah.
Wake up!
Oh.
Roll your wisdom saving throw.
Go straight. Roll with -1. Okay, not good. Go. Ah! Damn it! No, I'm quaking in my little tiny boots.
You try to shake Crem out of it, but you see Crem is willing to grovel to Lord Soth if it means saving the life of his daughter. Lividity, you're up.
For this fight, I think we're all fighting the same enemy. I'm going to save my allies for this fight. I can't move forward, so I'm just going to shift a little bit to here. Soth being face to face with me, I'm going to dash to the side and pull both my short sword and dagger, which I do have dual weapon fighting, so I have quick draw. So I just unsheath both of them, and I'm just going to stab them both up and try and go underneath the breastplate of his armor.
Roll to hit.
The first one.
Oh, you know.
16 to 17. So that's 16 plus 9 to hit with the first one.
Nice.
I'll roll damage for that. Just 9 points of magical piercing damage. And then as part of the attack action, I will attack with the dagger. So this will be a straight roll, which I will then apply sneak attack to.
Amazing.
Oh, very nice.
Well, that's 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. And I'm also pumping 2d10 poison damage into this.
Nice.
Don't bother.
Oh. That makes
You
sense.
know
I love a
from
dagger
your,
that has done nothing.
you know that from your various experiences with
Yeah.
Soth, that
He's immune to
poison has
poison.
little effect on him.
Yes, everyone's
You've
immune to
tried to
poison.
poison him in his sleep before.
Everyone's immune to poison in Barovia. So that's 16 points of magical piercing damage.
Ooh.
So I will use my bonus action to take steady aim, which will give me advantage on my next attack.
Absolutely.
That's nice.
It is the top of the round. It is Consolation's turn. She continues her song, and you begin to see a sort of placidness kind of glaze over those undead eyes, almost like wax cooling on a candle you've just blown out. All of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh.
Me too?
Not you. You're the only one who doesn't have to take one.
15.
Failure.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
No!
I got is that 18?
That's an 18.
Plus 3, 21.
That was a save.
4 failure.
Failure.
26.
Success. Let me roll damage.
No!
On 7d6, I got 4 6s.
Holy fuck.
So here Soth is really powerful.
Good luck, adventurers. I really, truly do want you to succeed. Stirred by Consolation's song, remembering his own failings and how Soth failed in the one mission he was tasked with, to save Crem from a cataclysm. From his mind, she plucks the vision of the cataclysm itself. He flings it at you. There's a burst of cataclysmic fire. Those of you that failed take 36 points of fire damage and an additional 12 of necrotic. And if you succeeded, you take half.
So the first one was how much fire damage?
It's 24 on a success.
Due to the fact that I have resistance to necrotic and I will use uncanny dodge, I will take 11 points of damage.
Oh, Lividity! Flex on him! If you don't mind me asking, above the table, what hit points are you at?
Oh, I'm actually, because I got healed with mass healing, thank God, I'm actually back, I'm down to only 21 points of healing. So
I just want to...
I'm half, which is bloodied, I guess.
Okay, amazing. As the cataclysmic fire buffets the party, and you see so much of Consolation's veil just go up in flames, melting off her ethereal flesh, exposing the skull underneath. She is barely holding on, but still singing. Contessa, roll a nat 20.
Okay, good for her.
Thank God.
Contessa deftly evades the attack. Being familiar with Soth's ire, floats to you and says, "Be brave now. We need you," and gives you her heroic inspiration. Women helping each other.
Well, I am down.
Oh.
Our cleric.
So I will, in that save, I will re-roll the one you gave me from yesterday. Okay, and I have to take this number, and I have a +1.
Good vibes, good vibes.
That is a 14 + 1, 15. That's still not enough, right?
It's not enough.
I'm down, y'all.
Are you still up?
Yes.
Amazing. You see Contessa try to bolster you, almost try to shield you with her ethereal form, and you all see the fire kind of go through Contessa, since she is ethereal, and hit you regardless. Crem, you're up.
Right, so she hits the deck. I'm on the floor groveling, muttering about how much I love you, Soth, and all this stuff, and compelled to say this stuff. I see her, and I just sort of force and will my finger to move inches out, because her hand is, let's say,
She's right next to you.
splayed like
Right.
and I just sort of inch my way over, and yes, of course, what an amazing person you are, and go, bing, and just cast Cure Wounds. And with that, I go, "I got your back, kid." Then this little wrist thing that I've got just goes click and just whacks her sort of like a mini shot of adrenaline.
Although you are still affected by the command spell, I feel like you're still groveling and really just touching your friend from your position. So I'm going to house rule that you can do that,
Hey,
because
thank you.
groveling really just gives you the prone condition.
Thank you very much. That's going to be 2d8 plus 4 hit points. So 2d8, that's...
Oh, that's good. 7 and 8.
Oh,
7
yeah,
and 8,
so
15.
it's 15. That's healing points back.
Oh my God, thank you.
Amplified by D6
Amplified by d6.
because of the song.
Oh my
gosh.
So that
3.
is 3. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So that's my action. My bonus action, I'm then going to cast Sanctuary myself. So I'm going to heal her, and then I'm going to shuffle back, head down, ass up, and just shuffle back towards the chasm. At an angle, can I see Lavender?
You see the familiar orbs of her eyes kind of looking up at you, glowing.
Cool. And I see him descending. So with one hand still shaking, trying to grovel, I'm going to sort of force my other hand out and just make this symbol like that, then like this, which is good person.
Oh.
And then just give her a wink even though I'm
Lividity in fighting Lord Soth starts with, "My lord, this wasn't the plan. I don't want to fight you."
And when Lividity said this wasn't the plan, their eyes flicked to all of you.
We were supposed to all be hitting him.
Crem, as you peer down into the chasm and you just see the orbs of her little lavender eyes looking up at you, you hear Lavendria's little voice, almost as though she's talking to one of her little imaginary friends.
Oh, I love those.
But this time something's a little bit different.
And she says, make sure you take care of him, Rosie.
And out of the chasm, a small spirit that looks like a little pink squirrel is unleashed, and you're going to regain hit points equal to her bardic inspiration die plus her charisma mod, which is really high because she's a very cute child.
She's very cute. I love cuteness.
You regain 7 hit points, increased by 1d6 because of the singing, so that's another 4, 11 hit points.
Nice.
As this little pink ethereal squirrel with a skull for a head with a bow behind it drifts around you and then just melts into your person, imbuing
Amazing.
you with its life as it does so.
Amazing.
That is her turn. She's still in the cage, so she can't do much else. With that, Contessa is up.
Contessa.
You all watch as Contessa glides forward, arms outstretched, hair streaming behind her, and she says, "I won't go back!" And her form just kind of moves through with sheer rage through Soth's.
Ooh.
And he's gonna take force damage.
Didn't you want to give up the banshees?
We're not doing that right now.
Her incorporeal form almost trying to fight his. You realize the desperation in her eyes, and this is less about all of you and more of a fear of going back into the sconce. Eloin, you're up.
So I'm going to continue down. I was 5 feet, so another 25 feet.
Okay.
I land on top of the cage. Is there a lock?
Absolutely, yes.
I say to Lavindria, I am a friend. Can you help us get you out of here?
I'm doing my best, but I can't get it open from the inside.
Okay, I'll try. And I will reach into my pocket and I will pull out my former party member Hyacinth's lockpick, and I will try to lockpick this.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I think this will work. 12 plus 8 for a dirty 20.
That works.
Nice.
Nice.
I shimmy it open, I put it in, I put my hand out to Lavindria.
As you take out your former party member's lockpick, you hear her say,
Their spirit follows you. They're dead. That's why they can help you now.
Aww.
Rough.
You broke me.
was this a good friend of yours?
She was one of my best friends.
Aww.
So as she says that,
Well, technically, she still is.
I hug her. And I say, hold on. And I grab her. Does it look like there's a drain in here?
When you look down and you smell it first, there is the horrible stench of death and decay. And below, you can just hear the faint dripping and gurgling of liquid, but you can't see the bottom of the black liquid that is underneath you.
I will then spider climb up, and I have 45 feet of movement, so 15 feet up, just holding her, because the next round he'll be stunned and I will be able to get her out of here, I think. And I say to her, your father is one of the bravest men I've ever met.
Zora, you're up.
I would like to make a certain part of him small.
Oh my god!
He's also a skeleton, by the way.
What?
He's a skeleton man.
You're trying to shrink his dick?
I didn't say that. I feel like I am out of options, and Strahd, we're kind of homies now.
He wants to call Dad.
Actually, you're right. Oftentimes you can. However, as outlined in the book, anytime you try to contact another plane or use your abilities to contact your deity, oftentimes those messages are intercepted by the Dark Lord of the domain.
You might be able to do it while he's stunned.
Yeah.
Is he stunned?
No,
Not yet.
He will
Next
be, he will be
round.
next round, though.
Great. Well, then I'll firebolt him, and then next round I can call Daddy.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
7.
But you get advantage, right?
I thought it was just on the last one.
Your guy being nearby gives you advantage.
Your
boy.
no beast.
Oh, great.
again.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Natural 20!
Yes! Yes!
All right. In that case, go ahead and
2d10.
Guys, I'm really nervous.
you add another damage die to that pool.
So 3d10.
Are you ready? I'm going to roll. You're going to math it.
10, 17 points. Doubled.
Ooh.
Because it's crit.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you score a critical hit, you deal extra damage. You roll the attack's damage twice. So there'll be one more d10 in there. So it'll be 4 d10.
Roll one more d10.
So that was 17.
17 plus.
There you go. Plus 4 for 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Nice.
Right in the back of the dome.
Thanks, guys.
That's really good.
The cantrips are good like that.
Cantrips are nice because they're free.
Your firebolt go melting through Soth's armor, dealing a decent blow to the back of his breastplate. Your pony's turn.
Okay, my pony's called Icehoof.
Do you command her to attack?
Yes.
Hell
Roll to
yeah, I
hit.
do.
It's gonna be a natural. It's gonna be a natural 20.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Your pony is gonna bite for 2d8 plus 12 piercing damage. Because
Perfect.
everything is doubled.
5 plus 12, so 17.
17.
It's
Your
the pony,
pony,
but that's not bad.
your pony
That is not-
deals as much damage as you did with your firebolt.
Well, no, slightly less, but yes.
Your pony rears up and bites Soth as bite
On the bottom, please.
on his armored bottom, as you see a flash of anger in Soth's eyes as he remembers his old prized pony.
Yeah, that's right.
It is Confession's turn. Confession is going to attempt to heal everyone in a 20-foot radius around them for 12 points of healing. They continue their song and heal everyone.
Thank you.
Wesley, you're up.
I'm gonna just move right next to Confession near you, in between you. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do Spirit Guardians because it's the highest damage attack spell I have. It's radiant within a 15-foot emanation, and regardless, you're a protected party, so it will not affect you.
Oh, okay.
That is a save for you. It is a Wisdom save of 14.
He does have advantage on this.
Oh God.
That's 22.
Yeah. Okay.
Takes half damage.
Oh yeah, it takes half damage.
Perfect. Go
Takes
ahead
half
and
damage.
roll your damage and half it.
Every little bit helps, right?
It does.
7, 8. 4 radiant damage.
4 radiant
On 3
damage.
d8.
You are not going to believe this.
What?
As your spirit guardians buffet Lord Soth, you realize he is bloodied.
Yes,
Oh!
please. He's bloodied. I use my reaction. Teleport to this side of him.
Every little bit does help.
So using Bloodthirst because he's bloody, I'm using my reaction to teleport behind him and I get a free attack.
Roll to hit.
The next attack, I was doing Careful Aim, so I normally would have disadvantage because I'm frightened
That's canceled out with
by
your
my
with
steady
your
aim.
steady
yes.
aim.
But there's someone within 5 feet, so I can sneak attack this.
And Tessa is within 5 feet, aiding you.
So that would be 20.
Hit.
4d6 plus 6. Do 23 points of damage.
Holy cow.
Beautiful. Okay.
And Lividity stabs the short sword up through like the back underneath the armor and goes,
My lord, you seem to be leaking.
Ooh. In anger, he is going to use one of his legendary actions.
Man.
He's going to take his blade and without turning around, flourish it and attempt to just push it back to where he believes Lividity is. 31 to hit?
no, doesn't hit. Prove me wrong.
You take 7 slashing damage,
Okay.
as well as 15 necrotic damage.
Halved. So that is 8. I am bloodied.
Lividity, you're up.
Okay.
Because that was not your turn,
No, it was my turn,
shockingly.
yeah. 3 of them are still up, and then the next round he is stunned.
He's stunned.
I'm gonna keep fighting because I haven't seen you come up with a child yet. This is at disadvantage. Nice. Oh, balls. That's 12.
That does not hit.
I miss with that first swing. I think I stay. I'm gonna make a second attack with my bonus action. That's 15.
It's not hit.
Okay. Bounce off the armor and just can't seem to get through after being stabbed with this sword.
Yeah, you feel fear in your heart as you see Soth still standing and feel his blade bite through your side. Your small blades feeling so minuscule in comparison to him and his massive form.
Lividity's eyes do flick towards the banshee next to him and just like, that's my turn.
At the end of your turn,
Yeah.
he is going to use his last legendary action. I believe you're within melee range.
Yes, I am.
And he says,
I hear you praying to your god. She's not real.
and he removes the blade and instead strikes down at you with his Forsaken brand. There's a 28 to hit.
Okay, it does hit. Roll me the damage.
9 slashing damage.
Okay.
19 necrotic damage.
19 necrotic damage. So, when I or a bloodied creature I can see within 60 feet of myself is hit with an attack roll, including me, I can take a reaction to have the damage and round down. If the triggering attack roll was a critical hit, any effects triggered by the critical hit are canceled.
Round it down.
Okay, so it would be 9.
9.
Yeah.
You see Auriel's beautiful owl-like wings flash for a moment in your vision as they come up as though to ward you from harm. It is Consolation's turn. As she finishes the first stanza of her ballad, you see Soth's face become a bit placid as he is lost in thought with dreams of blue dragons, cataclysmic fire, and his beautiful elven home in Crem. He is stunned. May I recommend, as your humble dungeon master, doing your worst or running. Now is your chance. This will only last for this round.
Got it.
I have an idea.
And then Crem.
We might want to just leave.
So I hear that from Lividity, and I say, Lividity, fire in the a-hole. And I'm gonna light the dynamite and go like that to Solus, hand it to Solus. Then gonna use Solus as my my companion.
Yeah, he does not have the frightened
He does
condition.
not have the frightened condition. To then fly it directly at Soth, but to hand 2 lividity, to place it into your hands, easily, and then go, shove it up his ass.
Nice.
And that's my action, I guess?
Yes.
I'm gonna sort of stand to my feet and look down the hole and go, how are you doing down there, kid?
I'm coming up.
Great, we've got you almost out, but you gotta promise, you gotta stay with me. And actually, as a bonus action, I'm gonna ignite my shield, the new shield that I've got, which then starts floating around me as an extra buffet, and that's it.
As you say this, it is her turn next. She uses her entire movement to climb up the chain and latch her arms around your neck.
Oh, my little girl.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too, my little flower. Don't worry, me and your mother are gonna get you out of here with our new friends. But first things first, you like fireworks, don't you, kid?
I love them.
Great, well, have I got a show for you? I'm gonna move her as far away to that corner, anywhere around into the room, but take her away with me like that.
Yeah, it is Contessa's turn. While he's stunned, you see Contessa move her full movement towards Crem and Lavendria. Being the battle mage that she is, you see her cast Sanctuary on Lavendria as she says,
I understand now why she wants it so badly to find you.
oh. And then it is Eloin's turn.
I spider climb the rest of the way up. I emerge, I stand to my full height, and I take a little extra bit to make sure I aim right between the visor.
Go for it.
Not gonna hit. 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so. Wow. 11 points of damage. I'm sorry, plus 10 points of damage.
Your arrow goes flying through and embeds itself in Soth's helm.
I'm gonna have 30 feet of movement. And that is my turn.
Zora, you see your daughter in Crem's arms, safe. You see Contessa just kind of touched her on the nose and cast something on her, kind of shimmering.
I'm going to do exactly what I did last time. Let's firebolt.
Okay, you get advantage because he's stunned.
It's a 4.
You do it again.
Not 20.
17 plus 6.
So that's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's
4 points of damage.
This is live. You're gonna want to get away from there. And you see the dynamite burning down.
Yeah, use my movement to get as far away as I can from the fireworks.
Yeah.
Ideally closer to Lavendria. Do I have Ice Hoof now?
You do have Ice Hoof now. Go ahead and roll to attack for Ice Hoof.
Is this an advantage as well?
Yes. Great. It doesn't stack, but...
That hit.
18 plus 6.
Yep, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Great.
I think it's 1d8 plus
1d8
6.
plus 6.
3 plus 6.
9. You see Ice Hoof tear again into Lord Soth's flank as you embolden him. Confession is up. Confession is going to heal everyone in a 20-foot radius for 6 plus an additional 2, so only 8
Nice,
this time.
that's great.
Wesley, it's your turn.
Okay.
Do you roll for concentration after he hit you? With the sword, and then you halved it. You used your.
Oh, I used my
brave hand.
reaction. Yeah, so, okay, roll for concentration. That's just straight over 10. Please. That hurts. I got a 9.
Wow.
So the Spirit Guardians does drop.
Them
Spirit
dice.
Guardians does drop.
dice.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you didn't keep your concentration up after taking that last bit of damage.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it again. This is my last 3rd level spell slot. They drop, I immediately summon them back up. That's my action. Wisdom save 14. I know you have advantage, but wisdom save 14.
17.
But half.
Half damage.
Half.
Half damage.
All right,
7, 7, 7.
3 sevens, so 3 times 7 is 21.
21 divided by half, 10.
10.
Listen.
Okay. Automatically fills on Dex.
Dex.
Strength.
That's interesting.
I'll move 5 feet back.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Okay, I put my dagger away because I'm holding this dynamite. Still have a short sword in hand. Straight roll on.
What are you gonna do? Just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna attack and then shove the. I'm opening a hole to shove the dynamite.
Cool. So as he does that, if it's okay with the DM, I start whistling Lavender's favorite song, and I'm gonna give my bardic inspiration if that works like that.
I'll allow it.
To the roll?
I'll allow it.
D6.
And then lavender did it?
Okay, so adding a D6 to the roll.
Can, yes.
So, so it's straight roll on an attack. No, come on. So that's 13 plus 9 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yes! Okay, so that's that. Jamming the sword in, which will have sneak attack because there is still an ally next to me.
Yep.
So that's going to be 46.
Hard.
Okay, that's 18 plus 6 is 24. So that's 24 points of magical piercing damage. I have stabbed in and twisted the sword so it opens up a hole in the breastplate. I then take my left hand and I shove the dynamite into the hole. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage.
Yes! I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Consolation continues her song, realizing that Soth is beginning to stir from his stupor. You see her begin to move to one of the sconces, almost resigning herself to what she thinks might be her only fate. Soth stirs. Let's see if he regains his cataclysmic fire. He does not. Instead, he strides forward to you.
Does the hound provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah, the hound, miniature Shetland pony, actually.
You know what?
Roll to hit.
I don't know what animals are.
Okay, natural 20.
11 plus 6.
17. That's a miss. Soth leans into you and says,
Since you love death so much.
3 Forsaken Brand attacks for a 23,
Hit.
a 21,
Hit.
and a 29.
Hit.
The blade comes down, dealing 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 19 necrotic.
The first attack, I'm down.
The second attack comes down, dealing 13 slashing damage. And 8 necrotic.
Okay.
The last blade comes down, dealing 13 slashing damage. And 14 necrotic.
Okay. So
You all watch as Soth's blade comes down and cuts Wesley from shoulder to navel.
What the fuck?
Wesley is utterly destroyed in this moment. Crem, driven by his own anger and his own rage, he is not aware of the gift you've implanted in his back. Roll for the dynamite's damage.
Lividity looks at Lord Soth and closes their left eye and says, "You're going to watch."
46. I have an inspiration left.
Yes.
So here we go. With a tear forming in my eye as I see Wesley cut in twain, the bomb goes off. How much is that?
So that's 6, and then 5, 11, 13.
13. I'm going to use my inspiration to roll
Okay.
again.
Ooh.
You just do that, yeah.
Okay.
And this is force damage.
3.
Sorry.
So that's slightly
12.
better. 12 points of force damage, which he couldn't save against.
The explosion goes off. He stumbles forward, falling to his knees in the gore that is left that what used to be your companion, Wesley. His body kind of landing on top of hers, but he is still alive.
Cool.
Barely.
I squeeze Lavender and just say, "It's going to be okay." And then I'm going to run towards him. And as I do so, I'm going to clank and wind up. Yeah, you're straight at him. Yeah. I'm going to clank and wind up my little Vandergraaf generator and just go, "She was my friend." And smash them together and cast Witch Bolt at level 2 and just charge straight at him. With
Amazing.
it firing off. That is now going to be 3d12 lightning damage at
Okay.
level 2. To roll to hit, and I have, because I increased my intelligence, I also now have +7 to my roll, I believe. What's that? 8 plus 7, 15.
That's a miss.
Darn action economy.
He is on his knees. You do have advantage.
Yes, because he's prone. Okay, cool. So still with the lightning crackling from his fingers, he's rushing towards, tears streaming from his face. That's really bad.
Can I give him my inspiration?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Because he did say she was my friend.
Oh my god, this is insane.
I don't know that you get advantage on this.
You
Is
don't.
this not in your
It's
test?
a straight roll.
It's a straight roll.
You just
Yes.
take the. You
With
just take the
+7, because it's a magical attack.
Neil, you need an 11 or higher.
11 or higher.
I fucking love this game. All right, here we go. Just give me a moment. That is now going to be 3d12 lightning damage. Okay. I told you I'd kill this son of a bitch. How much is that?
6, 11, so that's 7.
It's 7.
24.
You had 14 left. Your foe falls. Tell me, Crem, when the Banshees sing their ballad of this moment, what do they describe?
They describe the story of a family fractured and finally coming together to hold up what they hold most dear. Their friends, their little one.
Yeah, I don't need to be part of this.
and how ultimately, no matter what, love can conquer all.
You are victorious. The Dark Lord of the Domain falls outside the ethereal flames. Continue to tear through the continent of Sithicus. Nedregard Keep, the symbol of tyranny and hatred and jealousy, begins to fall into the great chasm. Yeah, what do you do?
All of you should run now. Ladies, I suggest you get back into my eye.
The 3 Banshees screaming.
As that happens, I remove my sworn enemy and cast it on Lividity. And then I start running. Now I will always know where you are.
Okay.
Oh.
That does not transfer between realms. If I am to do what I want to do and honor our agreement, I can take your body back with me, and that way possibly reestablishing connection to your god.
I think we should grab the body and run.
Yeah, I think so.
Make decisions later.
When we get out of the castle, if you don't mind. And I'm going to go for the carriage.
Oh!
Handing me the other half of her.
What are you going to do with her?
She's lost connection to her god, who she prays to. She needs to go back to the realm in which she is from, reestablish connection, and then there is a possibility her god will have something to say about this death.
So you're going separate.
I'm leaving.
From everyone else, okay. As you're about to jump into the carriage, you feel a searing pain in your eye as Contessa makes you linger. Her voice almost speaking through your mouth. Don't know if I should go with you or with my sisters.
I don't know what the journey ahead is going to be, Contessa. I want you to be happy. I can't guarantee it will be a very good path. It's really only a decision you can make.
Contessa comes sprouting forth from your eye, now in her sprite form, not in her lady guise, and says,
Well, they have each other, and seeing as how you've been so confident and independent, I think I can too. And maybe we can find our voices together.
You see her look back at her sisters and say,
Don't worry, you'll be okay. I'm gonna go see all the realms and all the planes.
Are you okay with this?
They don't object.
Great.
The carriage tears off into the night. You make your way out of the keep. Behind you, you see Nedregard Keep fall into the great chasm. You see the ethereal flames gain wings as they take to the sky, turning into ethereal purple dragons, destroying this realm the same way they destroyed Kryn. Solus guides you, as true as an arrow through the chaos, to the shores of Sithicus. The boundary that separates this realm from the others is now open as the Dark Lord can no longer keep the borders closed. You see Dr. Remus's boat awaiting you, now free to depart, unlike his family. Our party boards Dr. Remus's boat, and the realm of Sithicus is unmade and reborn anew in the flames of ethereal dragonfire, Soth too is reborn in 9 weeks' time.
Whoa.
Destruction would be a mercy for a creature as base and foul as him, and he still has torment to endure at the hands of the mists. But that is not the case for all of you. Your torment and your time in Ravenloft is over.
Upon getting back to Faerun, I take your body somewhere to knowing which god you try and find somewhere to leave you. The connection reestablishes with my 3, and I say, now that you can hear me again, I have a piece of one of the lords. Use that, trace it back through the weave, and you will have your entryway into Ravenloft.
In the Brampton district of Baldur's Gate, there is not 1, not 2, but 3 banshees who sing 3 different sorrows, as Calyx's spirit joins her new sisters as a mournful creature, a mournful spirit of the night. May she soon find rest.
I've never had a sister before.
You lost a brother, but you gained a sister.
My sister!
My sister!
As you join your new sisters of the night, what name do you take?
Conflagration.
Nice.
You are too good for this world. Ravenloft is not for the selfless, I
Not
think.
for the selfless, no.
Lavendria stands between her 2 parents.
To understand what happens in the weeks following, we have to rewind back to the moment on the ship. On the way home, Zora, digesting everything that's happened, realizes that though she's got rid of Baba Yaga, the monster that she was trying so desperately not to become has now turned into something potentially even more horrific. She realizes there's really only one thing she can do, and as a final goodbye and reconciliation with Crem, she tells him everything about the Baba Yaga stuff and about the fact that though she initially initiated a relationship for him to try and fix her, that did eventually turn into love at some point. And the only way forward is to leave Lavendria with someone that can give her the care she deserves. In the weeks that follow, with her new vampiric friend, Eloin, Zora is on a path of trying to escape once again what she has now become, but hopefully with a good friend by her side, it might make life a bit easier.
One of those nights I bring some food to you, and it occurs to me that I've loved you for a very long time, but that isn't what this is anymore. Before that, we were friends. We played together as children, and I've kept this ring for 75 years now. I've served no god. I've paid homage to no patron. I kneel. I serve you. I'll go with you wherever you like. I'll help you discover who you are. I'll protect you. I'll give my life for you if necessary. And I apologize to Contessa.
Oh, is Contessa like your third wheel?
We're working on this.
I think we make a nice little new traveling party.
And the professor will find a letter sometime later with an apology in the hopes that we will meet again and that for as long as I live, he can call and I will be there.
Crem de la Creme puts down the letter and folds it to one side and sits back, ruminating on the last few weeks of recovery. They are in the new shop, which they managed to procure. Reasonable deal. Lavender is bouncing around with a new sense of energy.
I think we need more voltage.
You know.
I don't think this is strong enough. And she's like kind of jumping around the lab like a spider monkey. Yeah. A Vandergraaf generator having all of her goblin hair on end, maybe to match yours.
Yeah.
Women in STEM.
You know, dear, I think you might be right. You finish up here. I'm just going to go and take some air. He wanders through the workshop, looking at Lavender. A very large smile creeps gently as he walks in, takes a glass of tea and opens up the front of the shop to look at the newly painted sign. On his shoulder, Solus flutters down. And he just goes, well, what do you think of the new sign? And as he looks up, you see this beautiful sign with lots of pictures, and a picture of Solus in the corner, a little clockwork raven. Lavender, cream, artifacts and curiosities. And then he takes out of his pocket a newly acquired small book of poetry, but it's specifically about your god.
Oriel.
Oriel. Never too old to pick up new habits, I suppose. Here's to new beginnings. And he walks back into the delightful sound of Lavender breaking something.
Was it an accident?
I know, honey. I know.
I'm so proud of all of you.
Thank you all for letting me join you.
Thanks for saving our ass to the last second.